Hello, my name is Patricia Wrixon from the Salon at 10 Newbury in Boston, Massachusetts. I've been in the hair replacement industry for many years. Today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 features that will help you to find a perfect human hair topper for your hair loss issue. So there are many different types of hair loss. Most often women who have existing hair and can wear a topper as opposed to a full wig generally like that option. So there are various sizes of hair toppers. Let's start with this little one. This is about this big, 5 by 6. Would give coverage, which is really important. We want to make sure that we cover the areas that we need to. So you would get hair through the front, additional hair, and here through the back we want to cover to make sure that we can't see any of the hair loss in case it comes through and back to the crown. So now I'd like to go to the next size, which would be this size, which is 6 by 6.5. So it's going to give a little more depth through here, drop down a little lower, and as long as the existing hair can support this hair and we can't see anything above it, then we're going to have excellent coverage. For more severe hair loss, we have much larger bases. This is actually the piece that I have on, and it gives me coverage all the way down to here and all through the top area. So it goes on like this. It gives you a little more coverage through here. It's about 7 by 8 there, and comes down in the back to about almost to the occipital bone here. We can even supply a hairpiece that is almost like a 3/4 wig. These are all human hair. It goes on like this. And it's amazing because even women who have really severe hair loss and have existing hair in the temple area and some through the nape area can get away with this. So it helps to determine how large the base should be by measuring from the very front of the hairline going back to where the hair loss exists, through here. If we're using clips, then we want to make sure that we have existing hair to clip onto. And then this, a larger base, which this is, would come down to about here. So you can see that it's about an inch over the ear. So the coverage is pretty extensive, but amazingly natural looking. So the next feature would be of a hairpiece, human hair topper, would be hair length, which should match the hair length and blend into your existing hair. My hairpiece stops in here, and it's the last layer within my haircut. So that would be our goal. It could be totally one length, but it definitely has to blend in so that it looks like a haircut. And the hair lengths are varied from 8 inches to 16 inches. This is 8 inches, and it's layered everywhere. So the layers are 8 inches, which comes, the important part of this is to see where the layer is in the very front, here. Because if this layer is too short, then the piece is going to be too short. You can see that coming across the head, it was right about here. And the back is longer because the base stops here and there's 8 inches of hair coming off of here. They go longer. We can do 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16 inches. This is 14 inches. And it would be important to match the hair length because supposing this woman had shorter hair than this but wanted to let her grow, we don't want to see her hair coming through the piece. So the next feature that I'd like to talk about would be the hair color. And the hair color obviously has to really match and be perfect, because otherwise it will look like something is just sitting on your head. So the hair color looks better also when it is customized. The hairpiece I have on right now started as this color, but I like my hair a little bit darker, so we colored it to be a darker shade. But you could also have a root added like this, which makes it look more realistic looking, like so, and low lights if preferred. This is a longer root in the blonde piece here. And it could even be balayaged all the way down. But all those little additions make it look more natural looking. So the next feature I'd like to talk to you about is hair texture. So this hair is the same. This is the same piece, except this one's a little bit longer. Started at about 10 inches and we trimmed it a little. This is 8. But this was blown out, smooth, and this texture is a little bit of product, and when it was wet and freshly washed, we scrunched it like this and let it dry naturally. And it will stay like that for days. When it starts to get a little bit straighter, then you can just re-wet it and scrunch it again. So you can have varied looks. This would look a little bit fuller, so for women who really don't want to have a lot of additional hair, this trend works really well, because it has the least amount of hair in it in terms of the density. So the texture is really important, because you would want to have the same texture as your bio hair. Unless the hair loss is so severe that it isn't going to matter, and then we can just choose whatever piece we want, which would be the largest piece. So wearing a hairpiece is a very personal decision, but many, many women are wearing them. And we are here to support you through your journey and help you make that decision.